Say what? Ryan Garcia officially defends Floyd Money Mayweather. Easy work, hard work, dedication.
Right here, where Oscar says pre-run with Floyd, Ryan wants Haney. Post-run with Floyd, Ryan wants Rolly. Golden Boy has worked with Ryan Garcia since he turned pro, and together,
this is my problem with Oscar. Stop going to the media and bashing Floyd. There's no reason.
Have made him the biggest draw in boxing. Yeah. We will make it with Rolly into a huge event like we always with Floyd. If you want to give Ryan the secret to defense in the ring, that's great. Other than that, if you're still a promoter, like it says here, F off. So is this, did you guys address this together when you're talking with Oscar?
No, he just did that because he was mad. At the end of the day, Floyd's influential. It's a normal conversation you have with people. So why don't you try to go get a bout, and then fight Haney for a bigger unification? So it makes more sense, and you bring bigger. There's more at stake. I was like, I don't know, Floyd. Like, I gave the people my word, and Floyd said, well, things change, And he gave me like a little. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. And I was like, all right, Floyd. Like, I look up to Floyd a lot, and I really do love him, and that's why I went out of the limb to like defend him online when I didn't really have to, because I genuinely know he has a big heart.
Floyd.
Huge heart. Authentic, huge heart. Does he like money? Yes. But he also loves blessing people.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Ryan Garcia in a brand new interview with PBD Podcast. Shout out to them. Said some interesting things. I haven't gotten through the whole interview. However, you guys heard Ryan Garcia, and he spoke out really kind of for the first time. And he said he had to defend Floyd Mayweather on social media because Floyd, and I quote, has a huge heart. And he says he goes out of his way to help people. And he says people are basically, I'm just paraphrasing, but he says people are blowing what happened out of proportion, if you will. He said it was a normal conversation that he had regarding the Devin Haney fight. He says it was really no big deal and it made sense. The best in the business is back at it again. Your boy Ego Stradamus strikes again. I told you, Ryan trying to fight Rolly makes sense. You can be mad at it, but it makes sense. Ryan, if you listen to what he said post-fight after he knocked out Oscar Duarte, he called out Rolly. That's how it happened, and that's what happened. He didn't call out Devin Haney immediately. He did mention Devin Haney in his post-fight interview, but he said, I am just started working with Derek James. Everything seems to be working well. We're developing our chemistry, and we're going to keep building on that, and then the Devin Haney fight will come. So I didn't really blame Ryan Garcia as much as some people. Now, I do blame Ryan for this one thing. In the words of A. Marie, this one thing got me tripping. Ryan has been built on social media. As a result, he utilizes social media. In some ways, good, but in some ways, bad. It's good when he's doing body shot challenges and he's on House of Highlights or ESPN's Instagram or Barstool Sports or whatever, the Shade Room, Baller Alert, for these exploits, body shot challenges and things of that nature. But he utilizes social media in a bad way when he goes to, this is my opinion, when he goes to social media and he proclaims, I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. I might want to woo, right? You can't say you're going to fight Manny Pacquiao, but just 2 weeks before that, you said you're fighting Gervonta Davis, and neither of the fights happened. None of them. So it makes you look cap. Also, he announced, or Golden Boy announced, the Javier Fortuna fight, and then all of a sudden they said the Javier Fortuna fight ain't happening. So that type of stuff and that type of behavior has gotten Ryan Garcia almost a bad rap because people ain't trying to hear that. Long story short, boxing fans, they don't like to be played. Boxing fans, they do not like when their time is wasted, me included. Like, it's better in certain situations to just remain silent, handle the business, get things going, and then you can say whatever once the ink has dried. But when you frequently go on podcasts and you frequently say various things, people are going to hold you to it. So the mistake he truly made in the Devin Haney situation was to post-fight call out Rolly and then switch gears after he ran a poll that he was going to fight Devin Haney. That's the beef I have because I'm a realistic boxing analyst and commentator. So the order of operations more so than going after Rolly first, because realistically, if you're a boxing fan, you want to see the best fights when they make sense to happen. And for me, the Ryan Devin Haney fight, based on the fact that literally one fight ago, he's fighting Gervonta Davis and he lost. You ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Like, that's not the ideal time for that. New trainer, you just lost by knockout. You got dropped versus Gervonta Davis. You're in a new weight class, and some people are saying you look mid in that new weight class versus Duarte. Yeah, I don't know that the Devin Haney fight is what it can be in a fight or two. That's it. Now, I don't get in the way of making the fights. I'm not doing the business. I'm giving you my perspective. So if they announced, hey, we got a deal, we're fighting no matter what, and they can make it make sense right now for both of them, have at it. I'll support the fight. I'll watch the fight. But Ryan making that initial decision to fight Rolly, I didn't really have a problem with that. A lot of people blame Floyd Mayweather, and what Floyd said, you know, first of all, they blame Floyd before Ryan even confirmed that Floyd gave him the idea. But regardless of if Floyd gave him the idea or if it was someone else's, his dad's idea, who cares whose idea it is? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? That's where we're at. So Ryan is saying in this podcast, I gave the people my word. That's something he's going to have to work out for sure, because it does make you look bad. That I think we all can agree to. When you keep putting out fights prematurely on social media and you're telling people, I'm fighting Pacquiao and it's not next. I'm fighting Gervonta Davis and it's not next. I'm fighting Devin the Dream Haney and I'm going to stop him, and then it doesn't happen. I'll fight Pitbull Cruz. I'm fighting Rolly. Nobody wants this smorgasbord of fights and then none of them happen. That's pure garbage. So that's the mistake I think Ryan Garcia eventually and, you know, consistently makes, is just going to social media. But it's almost like a gift and a curse, you know? It's like talented people. Some people are so talented that their talent gets in the way of their work ethic. They think their talent can overshadow, like, I'm Allen Iverson, I don't have to go to practice. You know what I mean? I could go out to the club and then put up 60 the next day. But imagine that same person with that same talent if they took it more serious and had the work ethic of someone who's less naturally talented. You know what I mean? So the same thing that can build you up can also hurt you. And I think that's the case for social media. But Ryan, he's defending Floyd Mayweather regarding he said, why does Oscar keep going at him? I agree. I mean, it does look corny. Like, why is Oscar always angry at Floyd Mayweather? I understand he beat you in the ring, but it's weird that he has this grudge and this axe to grind with Floyd in every interview, every post. I think a lot of fans in modern age, in the era of TikTok, in the era of Instagram and IG Live and YouTube, the problem with boxing is this: there's too many opinions, and most of these people ain't really talking about ish. I mean, you guys listen to people and then you listen to their diatribes and what they have to say, and they put out let's say, fight predictions. All the predictions is wrong. All the reports about this fight's happening or this is how things are going to work. It's up to you as fans to like give people demerits almost in terms of their credibility. But in boxing, it's such a niche sport that people continue to listen to those that are inconsistent or those that are consistently wrong. You know what I mean? And that's just part of the game, and it comes with the territory, I guess, in a sport that is not governed by anything like basketball and NBA and the NFL and stuff like that. It's really lawless in boxing. But, you know, a lot of people hyped up the fact, oh, Floyd told him. Who cares? It makes sense. Fight Rolly. If you and Devin are arguing and he's contending that I'm worth this and you're worth this, and he has one belt, and then you have a great performance, let's say you knock out Rolly, just hypothetically, and you get a belt, then now you bring one belt to the table, just like Devin has one belt to the table. You can say, yes, I have one loss to Tank. He's a great fighter, but look at the numbers we did, 1 million plus pay-per-views. We look at my gates, you know, and that's the reality of it. I seen on boxing Twitter on X, people were talking about Ryan Garcia's attendance, and his attendance, is so like the commission report said he sold like 7,000 tickets roughly, but he did 1 million. Devin Haney had 16,000 people and he did 1.7 million. So, and that was for a title fight with Devin Haney. This is what people aren't breaking down. Devin Haney fought a champion who is known because he fought in like tournaments like the World Boxing Super Series, Regis Prograis, for a belt in his backyard, and he did 1.7 million, which is great. That's dope for Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia is not from Texas, fought an unknown Oscar Duarte off of a loss for no title, and he's doing a hair under that. You know what I mean? He's doing 1 million in live gate. So Ryan, his star power is big. You know what I mean? Because he's able to fight. I've really never even seen Duarte fight like that. You know what I mean? Everybody that's a boxing diehard definitely seen Regis Prograis fight though.
Oscar's like, hey, fight Rolly first, and from there, let's go make a bigger fight with Haney, right? Rolly's now 15-1, and Haney is 31-0.
15 and done.
15 and up, yeah. So I'm assuming Floyd's telling you, why do you need to even run Rolly? Why don't you go directly to Devin? I'm assuming that's what Floyd's giving you, or no, that's not the feedback he's giving you?
No.
It's your decision. You want to fight Devin.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm not changing my mind no more.
So is that, are you kind of whispering to us that that's kind of what's probably going to be announced 420?
420.
That's going to be a big fight.
Shusha.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's going to be good.
You don't know.
I know what Shusha is. Yeah, I know.
We need Mike Tyson on this shit.
Yeah.
So the good news is, despite Mayweather's, alleged involvement or influence, Ryan is now saying he's not changing his mind anymore, and he's targeting Devin Haney, and that's what he's targeting for 420. Me, I can't go off of that, personally. I need to see this fight. If the fight happens, the fight has my support. But I don't change. I'm not backpedaling. I still feel the same thing. If he was able to land the Rolly fight, that makes more sense for where he's at in his career. Because, listen, the Devin Haney brigade of pro-Devin Haney extremists, they're not going to tell you this aspect of it. Most of them are saying that Devin will flush Ryan Garcia. So, again, why would that be the fight you want to see next, unless you're just wanting him to get a victory? You know what I'm saying? So it does make sense for Ryan Garcia, one fight removed from the Gervonta Davis loss, to try to build himself back. But hey, if things changed and now he has no options for a pay-per-view, have at it. Fight Devin Haney. But Devin Haney will be the favorite. If you look at Devin's last performance, I was there in the city, the SCO, San Francisco. Look at Ryan's last performance. Devin is absolutely going to be the favorite in that particular fight. But it's a big fight for boxing, and I know Ryan is saying he wants it now and this is what the direction is. But for me, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Ryan has said these things and then something mysterious has happened. So for me, I don't change anything I said. Seeing is believing. I'll support the fight when it's announced, but I'm not believing nothing until it's announced because you still got other, even though they're both on the zone, there's other obstacles to clear because they're not with the same promoter. Ryan's with Golden Boy. There's been some friction. Devin Haney has a bit more leverage. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe for all your boxing news all day, every day. The best in the business. And it's not even close. You dig?